If you create content, or a student, or do any kind of creative work, then it's highly unlikely that you haven't used Canva. From its humble beginnings as a small startup in Australia to a billion-dollar company with over 100 million users worldwide, Canva has become a household name for graphic design enthusiasts and professionals alike. Whether it's creating a Facebook post, a newsletter, or even if you just want to design a simple invitation card, Canva has made it very easy for everyone to create designs as per their wishes. The specialty of Canva is how simple it is to use. Canva allows even those with limited design skills to easily create designs. That is why Canva has become one of the most valuable companies in such a short period of time. In the age of big tech companies like Adobe and Microsoft, building a company like Canva is something truly remarkable. So let's see how Canva became such a big and useful company. In 2006, Melanie Perkins, at the age of 19, was thinking of creating something to design. She used Microsoft software, but found it very difficult to use. In those times, to learn any designing software, people would have to spend an entire semester learning where the buttons were, and that seemed completely ridiculous to Melanie. During those times, she used to tell herself that learning shouldn't be this difficult. She already knew that the future is going to be online, and she had to create something which was easy to use, much simpler and easily understood by everybody. She wanted to create something which will not require any expertise, and creativity of a person can be fully utilized with the simpler tools. So to test her idea, she started a small online yearbook design business with her boyfriend. It was called Fusion Yearbooks, where students from the university would upload their design and she would print it and deliver it to them. The Fusion book was a huge success because it relieved students and teachers of the burden of creating a yearbook. Melanie has found the perfect solution to a problem that lots of people were facing. That worked really well, and over 5 years Fusion Books grew into the largest yearbook company in Australia and expanded into France and New Zealand. Even though the Fusion Yearbook was a success, Melanie had bigger dreams. She wanted to create something that everybody could use without any difficulties. So to achieve this ambition, she came up with the idea of Canva. She kept pitching her idea to investors, but she was rejected by more than 100 of them. In 2011, Melanie was invited to attend an awards ceremony for a startup competition in Perth, where she met with Bill Tai, who was a venture capitalist from the USA. Bill Tai gave her his contact information and invited Melanie to Silicon Valley. Bill Tai introduced her to Lars Rasmussen, who was a co-founder of Google Maps and was an ex-Google employee working at Facebook. When she met Lars, he loved her idea for a new way of publishing. He was leading a similar project named Google Wave at Google. Lars agreed to help Melanie recruit engineers for her big project. After that, Bill Tai put a condition on it. If Melanie and Lars could find a great team, he would make the investment in her company. Melanie stayed in the USA for 3 months and tried to find engineers who might be suitable for her future plans. But every engineer she would find would get rejected by Lars when he interviewed them. She needed a good team to get the investment from Bill Tai. After 3 months, when her visa expired, till this point now, she tried everything to find amazing tech engineers, but failed. As a result, she returned to Perth. While Melanie was away, her boyfriend Cliff was running the Fusion Yearbooks in Australia. After her return, they moved their office from Perth to Sydney, where they could find a lot of engineers. Bill Tai used to arrange kiteboarding and entrepreneurial events called Mai Tai. Melanie had no experience with kite surfing and was terrified of it. She still went for the event, as it would give her an opportunity to put her idea in front of a lot of potential investors. In the meantime, Lars introduced Melanie to Cameron Adams. Cameron was working on his own project called Fluent.io. He was the one who understood the vision of what Canva could be. But because he was already working on his project and looking for funding, he kind of rejected the offer to join Melanie. They kept pitching to other investors, but it didn't go anywhere. After a few months, Melanie approached Cameron Adams again, and this time he said yes and became the co-founder of Canva. He was already suggested by Lars, so he was a perfect fit. After getting him as a co-founder, they thought they would get funding very easily, but that was not the case. As in Silicon Valley, most investors look for patterns among successful entrepreneurs. For example, Mark Zuckerberg, he built a great product, was a dropout from a prestigious university. So he was like a benchmark for most investors, and many of them would look for similar things in other companies. But for Canva, this was not the case. They didn't fit any of the criteria many of the investors were looking for. Plus, many investors in Silicon Valley thought that a distance would be an issue as Canva was set up in Sydney. They would suggest that they move to Silicon Valley, and then they would invest there. The problem with convincing the investors for Canva was that many of their investors were unfamiliar with the design world, and they would often give that reason as a rejection. It was because they were not realizing how much bigger a company could be made in this field, or what exactly the problems were that people were facing. So Melanie and her team decided to include these two things in their pitching presentation, where it explained the entire design process, how much money is made in that industry, and how Canva is attempting to remove all barriers in the design process in order to create a one-page solution for people's design needs. Overall, Canva was trying to fill up the huge gap in the market with its one-stop solution. After pitching the idea of Canva to hundreds of investors, they would take their suggestions and make improvements accordingly. At one point, no investor was offering them any advice, but was appreciating their vision and plan. At this point, Bill Tai had invested $100,000 in Canva, which was not enough, but Canva kept finding other investors, and they finally succeeded in getting funding for $3 million. This tree chart perfectly explains how many investors they were able to secure for Canva. Canva had built a team that would get them funding up to this point, but they still needed a strong engineering team. Lars suggested that David, one of the best senior engineers working at Google, would be a great member of their engineering team. So all the previous team members used a very unique way to convince David to join the Canva team. After creating an engineering team, they started building Canva. They wanted their user experience to be extremely smooth and easy. They used websites like usertesting.com to test the workings of their site and kept building on the feedback they received. One thing the Canva team noticed was that the users were not only hesitant to use the tools, but also not very confident in their designing capabilities. So Canva made sure that the user's psychological barrier was also removed while using their website, and they should be able to design whatever they want freely. The company officially launched Canva in 2013 with just a handful of employees and a limited set of features. Canva quickly gained popularity among users who were looking for an easy-to-use graphic design tool. One of the main reasons for Canva's success was its focus on simplicity and user-friendliness. The tool was designed with the user in mind, with a drag-and-drop interface that made it easy to create beautiful designs in just a few clicks. Following its launch, the website gradually expanded from 350,000 to more than 34 million designs per month. Another key factor in Canva's growth was its freemium model, which allowed users to use the platform for free with limited features. This made it accessible to a wide range of people, from freelancers to small business owners, who may not have had the budget for more expensive design tools. As Canva gained popularity, the team continued to add new features and improve the platform. They also started to expand their team and open offices in different countries. By 2015, Canva had over 2.5 million users, and that number continued to grow in the following years. In 2018, Canva raised $40 million in funding, which valued the company at over $1 billion. This was a major milestone for the company and cemented its position as one of the leading design tools on the market. Since then, Canva has continued to grow and expand its features, including adding video editing capabilities, which have helped it appeal to an even wider audience. In terms of marketing, Canva has a strong social media presence and has used content marketing as a way to grow its user base. They regularly publish design tutorials and resources on their blog, which not only helps their users learn how to use the platform, but also helps to establish Canva as a thought leader in the design space. When Canva first launched in 2013, some of its main competitors in the design space included Adobe, PicMonkey, and Pick2Chart. Adobe was already an established player in the design industry with its creative suite of products, which included Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. PicMonkey was a newer entrant into the space, offering a user-friendly design tool with a similar focus on simplicity and ease of use. Pick2Chart was a tool specifically focused on creating infographics and charts, and was another popular option for non-designers who needed to create visual content. Other competitors also emerged around the same time. However, Canva's combination of a user-friendly interface, a wide range of design templates, and a free browser-based tool made it stand out from the competition and helped it quickly gain popularity. Canva has also leveraged partnerships as a way to expand its reach. They've partnered with companies like Dropbox, Google, and HubSpot to offer their users integrations with other popular tools. This has helped to position Canva as a must-have tool for businesses looking to create professional designs. From its origins as a small startup in Australia to a billion-dollar company with over 100 million users worldwide, Canva has changed the way we approach design and made it accessible to everyone. With its focus on simplicity, user-friendliness, and a strong company culture, Canva has become a household name and a must-have tool for businesses and individuals. With the rise of social media and content creation, Canva was the need of the hour. The founders at Canva figured out a real problem and went after it with everything. The popularity of Canva is growing with each passing day. In just 10 years, the company's worth became $40 billion. We hope you liked this video. If you did, then give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more such content.